Mrs. Archer is an excellent mother and an exceptional wife. Corliss and Mr. Archer are astute enough to realize this. But of all the sweet, tender words that she has ever said to them, there is one word that they welcome the most.
Dinner!
Corliss, dinner!
May I eat later, Mom? Why later, dear? Oh, I've just got to finish my homework.
Well, all right, but you have to eat.
Thanks, Mom. I'll be finished in half an hour.
Just think, some people have trouble getting their children to study.
Oh, Corliss is wonderful about her schoolwork.
Louise loves life. Yesterday, you will remember, Louise had a relapse from her frontal lobotomy, and she was suffering tremendous pains from the compound fracture of her leg. Let us now return to Louise Loves Life, the story of a happy American girl.
Louise.
I have good news for you, my love.
What is it, my darling?
It's something we've both wanted for a long time. The doctor examined me this morning, and he said, "Oh, my love, you'll be the happiest man in the world."
Oh, my love, you don't mean. You can't mean.
Yes, my love. The doctor told me he'd take my cast off in 2 months. Oh, Jonathan, you'll be so lonely. And there's nothing I can do.
Ours is true love. I can never be lonely when my thoughts are of you. All day and all night I think of nothing but your leg.
Romantic. Golly, Dex, isn't he faithful? Would you be that faithful to me if I broke my leg?
Oh, sure I would, Corliss. I love you.
Oh, you're just saying that.
Break your leg and I'll prove it.
Please be honest with me, Jonathan. I must know.
I can't, Louise. I simply can't.
You must tell me, Jonathan. We've always been truthful with each other. Please, Jonathan, please tell me.
Well, the doctor said he'd have to break your leg and reset it again.
Oh, thank goodness. I thought it was something serious.
I love you, Louise.
Well, that was the first act.
Is that the reason I couldn't listen to the mayor?
Well, it's a wonderful program, Daddy.
Yeah, it's a barrel of laughs.
I'm going to get some more popcorn. It'll be on again in 2 minutes.
What'll be on again in 2 minutes?
The second half.
Second half of what?
Louise Loves Life, of course.
Louise loves life.
I don't see how she can.
And what?
Can love life. She's got a compound fracture of the leg, a fractured hip, and other things.
What other things?
She's been complaining about her tonsils.
All that entertainment? Well, couldn't you get something a little more educational?
Oh, Mr. Archer, this program is very educational. Louise has been in the hospital so much I could pass an examination right now to be a doctor.
Well, I hate to intrude in my own den in my own house, but now I am going to watch television, and it won't be Louise Loves Life and her appendicitis operation.
Oh, no, Mr. Archer. They just thought it was.
It was what?
Appendicitis. It was gallstones.
I did not, but I intend to, at least part of the speech.
Oh, please, Mr. Archer. Corliss loves Louise Loves Life, but can't you let her watch the second act?
Second act? Well, there's nothing left to cut out of Louise, is there?
Oh, please let them listen, dear. It's the only time they have for television. And you can read what the mayor has to say in the paper tomorrow.
At least I can listen until Corliss comes back.
Oh! Don't touch me! You're hurting me!
How could you?
Mr. Archer wouldn't hurt Louise. She's got enough trouble, and her aches seem to be contagious. She certainly gives Mr. Archer a pain in the neck.
Something I can do for you?
We'd like to buy a television set.
Well, did you have anything special in mind?
No, it doesn't make any difference as long as it gets the mayor.
It's a present for my father.
Well, how thoughtful. May I suggest this model?
Oh, I think it'll be all right as long as he doesn't see Louise.
Louise?
Yeah, it's much better if he sees the mayor.
How much is this one?
$227, including tax.
Holy cow, that's too expensive just to see the mayor.
I can't understand why Daddy doesn't like Louise. Don't you like her?
How much is this model?
$147.
Oh, golly, that's still too expensive. Daddy can't bear to watch Louise suffer.
Tell me, who do you like better, the mayor or Louise?
Oh, Dexter, that's silly. You don't know if he's married or not.
Who, the mayor?
No, you. Are you married?
Yes, but...
Well, you see, single men like Louise, but married men like things that are more educational.
This is a smaller set. $104.50, including tax.
Yeah, it looks like an educational set. Married men like Louise.
Who is Louise?
Oh, look, Dex, this is perfect.
I bet you even some engaged men.
This is a used set, miss. Very small screen, but it's on special at $29.50. 50 cents a week.
Oh, what do you think, Dex?
It's okay. If he sees Louise, he won't see much of her.
We'll take it.
You've got it. I mean, very well.
Give me a quarter, Dex.
No, okay. There.
Would you send it to Harry Archer at 135 Elm Street? And could you send it this afternoon, please?
Oh, you better not deliver it until 8 o'clock. That's after Louise.
Oh, it won't make any difference. He won't look at Louise anyway. Come on, Dex, let's go.
Okay. Say, man to man, who do you like better, the mayor or Louise?
Hurry, Dex. We've got lots of things to do. Pardon me. Wasn't that my daughter? Oh, Corliss Archer.
Oh, yes, the name is Archer. She bought this set.
Oh, how sweet of her. She doesn't want her father to see Louise.
Oh, I think I understand. Louise is sort of breaking up your home?
Well, I suppose you could put it that way.
When a man gets to be a certain age, you know, he...
I think you'd better cancel my daughter's order. That set is much too small. I believe I'll take this one.
That's an excellent selection. Television has a way of taking a man's mind off things. I wouldn't worry too much. I think everything will work out all right.
Well, thank you. Just charge it to Mrs. Harry Archer and deliver it this afternoon.
Pardon me. Wasn't that my wife, Mrs. Archer, that was just here?
Oh, you're Mr. Archer.
Yes. Did she buy me a set?
She did. Mr. Archer, I think you have a wonderful wife and daughter. Your daughter bought you a set, too.
What do you know? 2 sets, huh?
And no, just one. Your wife, considerately, I might say affectionately, canceled your daughter's order and bought a larger one. Just for you. This one.
You know, a man can be proud of a family like that.
You should be. You shouldn't let anything or anyone come between you.
I'll tell you what. Cancel Mrs. Archer's order. If I'm going to get a present, I'm going to pay for it anyway. I might as well have a nice big one. I'll take this one. And charge it, please.
Very good, Mr. Archer. Oh, Mr. Archer,
Yes?
if this means you'll stop seeing Louise, you can have the set for $75.
That salesman has the wrong idea. He thinks Louise is in Mr. Archer's heart. We know that Louise is in Mr. Archer's hair.
No sense in waiting for the installation, man. We can put up the aerial ourselves.
Right.
Save time.
Right.
And money. Well, let's get at it.
Okay, I'll straighten this up.
Dexter.
Yes, sir.
I'll do that. Let go of the ladder. Here.
Yes, Mr. Archer.
Let's get up on the roof.
Right. Dexter. Yes, sir. Oh, yes, sir. I'll get right now. Whoops.
Dexter, get the rope.
Yes, sir. We really should have a rope, Mr. Archer. It's going to be awfully dangerous up on that roof if we don't have a rope. I'll just get the rope. I'm sorry, Mr. Archer. It was an accident.
Yes. It's all right, Dexter. Life is full of these little uncertainties. Here, help me get out of this wire.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. There. Now all we have to do is connect the lead-in wire. Get it, will you, Dexter? Don't worry. I'll keep it tight, holding the rope. Don't! Careful, Dexter. You'll break my neck. Well, Dexter.
Yes, sir.
No, I'll pull back on this. You go back there and then brace me, please.
Yeah, okay. Here, I'll get the rope.
Yeah. Now, set?
Yeah, I got you. Here we go. There we go.
There we go. Oh, Dexter, that's fine. Dexter!
Mr. Archer, help!
Yeah, well, we're on tight.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Archer.
Dexter! No more games. Now, all we have to do is connect the wire. Get it?
Yes. Yeah, Mr. Archer, this wire's all tangled up. I can't see the end of it.
Well, just cut it anywhere. There's too much wire.
Oh, okay. Here you are, Mr. Archer.
Oh, thanks.
It's okay.
You know, that doesn't look like television antenna wire to me. I thought it was flat.
Well, maybe this is for round pictures.
I used to do a lot of this when I was a kid. Splicing, stuff like that.
Yeah. Boy, you sure know a lot of things about a lot of things, Mr. Archer.
Yeah. Now, all we have to do is bare the ends like this. There.
Mr. Archer, talk that wire's electric. It's live.
And now back to Meet Corliss Archer.
Something's wrong. I know it. I feel it.
But there is nothing wrong, my love. Nothing.
I know there's something wrong. My feminine intuition tells me.
What is it, my love?
Jonathan, I think my other leg is broken.
All is not lost. She can still stand on her head.
How can you be so heartless?
Oh, by the way, did the television man fix my aerial?
Yeah, it's all fixed. Works well.
Oh, good. Well, in exactly 3 minutes, there'll be a real program on. A lecture.
Oh, Dexter, I just put some in.
Well, let's pop some popcorn for your pop in case he pops back.
Janet.
This is a wonderful recipe.
Yeah, but Janet,
It's Pierre, the famous chef.
Now, dear ladies, we are ready to go. Let's get all the ingredients together. Apples,
Apple,
peaches, eggs, milk, sugar, lemon, flour, yeast, salt, vanilla, and shortening.
vanilla, and shortening.
But Janet,
You're in my way.
there was a
dear.
program I wanted to see. That's why I bought the set.
Have you got everything ready?
Oh, I've forgotten something.
Flour.
Oh, thank you. Just reach up and get it for me, will you?
But Janet, it'll only take 15 minutes.
15 minutes for what? Get me the flour.
Yeah.
But Jonathan, you know I've always had a hemoglobin problem. And the anesthetic always affects my skin.
Now that you have skinned the apples, we turn our attention to the pitchers. Submerge them in scalding water.
I'm positively burning, Judge. I'm sure I have a fever again.
Doctor! Doctor! Hurry, doctor!
Please, Daddy, that's the best part of it.
Yeah, I'll bet she's got a fever of 116.
If she had a fever of 116, she'd be dead. And that would be the jolliest thing that ever happened to her.
Just kept on 15 more minutes.
I consider that I've been rather sportsmanlike about this whole television business. I even bought myself another set. But still, I can't watch one program that I want to see. Now, fun is fun, but I'm a little tired of listening to Louise's bones snap.
It is reasonable to suppose that the shapes and general appearance of clouds have been a matter of interest and speculation from earliest times. Theophrastus of Erusus, in his Book of Signs, translated by J.G. Wood in 1894, certainly distinguishes streaks of clouds from clouds like fleeces of wool, and uses the distinction in his weather prognostications. The field remained open until the 19th century, when the famous French biologist,
Stay here and learn something.
Chevalier de Lamarck, in the course of his pioneer work in weather mapping, made use of a scheme of cloud classification. Lamarck's climatological work was ill appreciated in France, but little known elsewhere. In 1803, Luke Howard published his
All right, run along and let me learn.
Clouds in Tilloch's Philosophical Magazine. This was an entirely new and independent scheme in which the terms were all Latin and were applied with such excellent judgment that his system remains as the broad basis of those in use today. Luke Howard named three primary types of clouds, cirrus, cumulus, and stratus, and proposed four additional compounds called cirro stratus.
Poor Mr. Archer. He started out to get educated, and he ends up getting inundated and almost exterminated. Trying to watch television is making him addlepated, satiated, and enervated.
Mr. Deering.
Hi.
Hello.
How do you do? How's the television set working?
Fine. Now we're going to buy a set for Daddy.
Another one?
Well, the one we got for Daddy isn't Daddy's anymore.
Well, why not?
Because of Mrs. Archer.
Mrs. Archer?
Uh-huh. You see, we got the set for Daddy, but Mom likes Pierre and we like our things. So between our things and the cooking, Daddy doesn't get to see it. Understand?
No.
I don't see why not. It's perfectly clear. Pierre complicated things. Pierre...
How much a week is this one?
$3.50.
Do you think we can afford that?
No, sure. I'll wash cars and you can babysit. As a matter of fact, you can bring the babies over and I'll wash them too.
Well, here's my dollar.
Yeah, wait a minute. Here's my $1.75 right there.
Okay, Dex, let's go. Oh, would you deliver that this afternoon, please?
Bye.
Was that my daughter Corliss and Dexter?
Yes, they bought a set for Daddy. I mean, Mr. Archer.
Generous of them. Did they say why?
On account of Pierre?
Yes.
I never would have believed it. They picked this one.
So large. I'm sure he can do with a smaller set. Suppose you send this one.
All right. Mrs. Archer, whatever happened about Louise?
Oh, she's still with us. But it doesn't bother me as long as I have Pierre.
I want to buy a television set.
Your wife was just here. So was your daughter. They just bought one.
Now, cancel their orders. Cancel them both. I'm buying a set for me, and me alone.
Yes, sir.
Popcorn puffers.
I beg your pardon? Oh, they're in the appliance section.
Pierre, it's enough to drive a man crazy.
Mr. Archer, Perhaps this is none of my business, but remember the whole thing started with Louise.
I hope I never see her again as long as she lives.
Well, I'm glad that's over. But there's still the question of Pierre.
Well, she likes to cook, he likes to cook. Let them cook together.
But common interests lead to... Do you think it's right?
I'm happy if she's happy. Well, they cooked a dinner last night that was just wonderful.
Both of them cooked, and you ate it? Really, Mr. Archer, I may be mid-Victorian, but...
Mid-Victorian, now that's it. That's why I want to buy the set. I could lock myself up in my bedroom and listen to that lecture on mid-Victorian furniture. Yeah. I'll take this one.
Mr. Archer, much as I'd like to sell you a set, I don't think I should.
Really?
You can't live in an ivory tower watching television and face life at the same time. I think you should face your problems.
What problems?
Your Louise, Mrs. Archer's Pierre. You've got to straighten out your lives. You need help. Why don't you all go and see a good psychiatrist?
Mr. Archer doesn't need a psychiatrist. He's just as normal as any man with a couple of teenagers around the house. Just as normal. In other words, he's continually on the verge of a nervous breakdown.
Oh, my darling. Where is your traction? How did you get out of bed?
Oh, my darling, I'm so glad to see you. The doctor said that I could get up today.
Hello, this is Mr. Archer.
It doesn't work? Well, have you checked your aerial?
Well, yes, I've turned it in every direction. Well, yes, of course it works, but the only program I can get is Louise Loves Life. Huh? Oh, well, wait a minute.
You can't take this attitude, Louise. You've got to walk. You must. Please, try.
I can't. I can't. I know I can't.
Oh, no, it's still the same. It's all I can get.
We can't admit defeat now. I've been through too much. Remember, I love you.
Jonathan, I'm afraid I can't.
You will. You will. You have the courage. Try for me.
Jonathan, both my legs are broken.
Try. You must try.
Never mind. Forget it.
Come to me, darling. Do it for our love. Walk to me. Try, my beloved.
Go ahead, try.
Even though your legs are broken, try. Try.
Oh, Jonathan, Jonathan, I won't. Oh, Jonathan, love conquers all.
Everybody ready?
Just about.
Corliss, Dexter's here. Let's go.
I'm ready.
Well, it'd be nice to get out for a change. We've been watching too much television lately.
Oh, it'll be fun. The first time in weeks. I bet it'll be a good show.
Well, let's go. We don't want to miss the beginning.
Here we go.
Louise, my love. What happened?
When I left yesterday, you were walking.
Oh, my darling, the most terrible thing. I was showing the doctor how strong my leg was, and it broke again.